Hi, I wasn't planning on making this video, but I just really need to get it out of my system. Yeah, today I'm talking about Cure Eclair and who is she? And a little bit about Shushutan as well. So basically we have four main candidates at the moment. There's Rei, Shiruku, Elisa and Kurea. I know there are some theories floating around about Niji as well, but I really don't think that it's going to be him. I'll talk a bit about him later though. Obviously the four characters that I listed have very obvious design similarities with Cure Eclair. Oh, by the way, it's the day after Shiruku's first episode aired that I'm recording this. Just so that, you have the context. Cure Eclair is probably going to have some kind of a relation to Cure Arcana Shadow. I mean, even just based on design, they do kind of mimic each other. Not to the extent of Answer and Mystique, but they do to a certain extent. I'm guessing that Cure Eclair is going to be some kind of a foil to Cure Arcana Shadow. Maybe the force that gets her to switch sides. And the thing is that we don't really know anything about Cure Arcana Shadow either. I think that's going to change in April, but at the moment we know that she's working with the villains for some reason, but she's not really actively participating that much. And then there was that one moment where she saved the Precure team as well, so who knows. So yeah, they might be doing a light and shadow type of deal with them. In which case someone with a very bright, bubbly personality like Shiruku or Elisa might be the more likely option. I don't know about Kurea. I mean, she was barely in the episode that she was in, so I couldn't really get much of a grasp on her. And then Rei seems a little bit more serious, so I'm less inclined to believe that it's her. Then there's also the matter of ages. So Anna and Mikuru are 14, and Ruruka is 16. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case. So then I would guess that Cure Eclair is also a bit of an older sister type, which would then eliminate Rei, because she's the same age as Anna and Mikuru. And then Elisa is 17, and Shiruku and Kurea are 16. So I think those two would be the more likely options. I won't really get into how much screen time they've had so far, because it's so early in the series that it's really anything could happen. I guess Shiruku is winning in that regard though. In terms of voice actors, I'm not super familiar with the voice acting world and who's popular and who's not, but I will say that all of the candidates so far have appeared in the Precure franchise except for Elisa, I'm pretty sure. I think the most noteworthy one of them is Shiruku, just because her voice actor also voiced Mikoto from last year. And there is a noteworthy precedent to this because last year Uta's voice actor had previously voiced a couple of characters in Wonderful. So yeah, that's just something to consider. Also, Cure Eclair's voice has leaked in one of the toys. It is kind of hard to analyse because the sound that comes out of a toy isn't always super consistent with what you can hear in the show. If I had to say it sounds the most similar to one character's voice, I'd say it's Kurea, but I'm really not sure. There is also the name Kurea, which is very similar to Claire, aka Eclair. She also works at a patisserie and the Eclair food, the double meaning, which Precure loves. I'm not ignoring that. And then there was also Shiruku who was talking about don't make assumptions in the recent episode, so I really don't know. I will say if I had to order them based on who I think is most likely to become Eclair to least likely to be her, then I would say number one, Kurea, and then a close second is Shiruku, and then Elisa, and then I think Rei is least likely. There is also the theory of Cure Eclair being all four of them at once. and like being a shapeshifter. I don't think it's impossible, but I think it's pretty unlikely. Just because I feel like that'd be kind of cheap, and like it doesn't seem like they're going for a gaggy type of reveal. Like if it were a more silly comedy oriented show, then maybe that would work. But to me so far it seems like they want you to actually look at the clues and figure it out, so I don't think that that's going to be the case. So yeah, now let's talk about Shushutan and the villains. So I do think that Shushutan is going to be one of the villains. You know, just because they've already established that the villains are all fairies, so I feel like that's like the logical step. And maybe that's why Rurika's on the villain side at the moment. Like maybe she's trying to save Shushutan. I don't know. I don't think we know Shushutan's gender at this moment. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. Because the villains are all shapeshifters anyway. So with Niji, his hair does kind of mirror Cure Eclair's, so it would make sense for him to be her fairy partner. Like, I'm sorry once again, I don't think it's him. I actually think it's Agesena, and I'll tell you why. One, they share an eye colour. That's pretty simple, right? Two, based on her style, I think that Agesena is probably into fashion. And Shushutan, on top of having a big bow on their back, also Shushu is the word for scrunchy, so I'm like, maybe that's something there, like the fashion connection. And then the other thing is that the toy for Shushutan is supposedly going to be like a cuddly thing that's able to hold on to stuff. And in the most recent episode, Agesena was seen doing that in the scenes at the theatre. Maybe that last one was a little bit of a stretch, but I feel like it's not a crazy thing to say. So that's my main theory for Shushutan. I will say Shiruka and Day, also I can see it. Shiruka was my initial guess just because of the hair colour, and then with Day, I just can't get past the fact that she's got the orange diamond. Like maybe she is Shushutan and she has the diamond for safekeeping. Maybe she was also like saved by Cure Eclair at some point in the past and that's why she has the diamond. Like maybe Cure Eclair dropped it or something. So yeah, I guess maybe she's not either of them, but she's just someone that was saved by them at some point. I still think that it's going to be one of the villains because I think otherwise why would they have brought up that they are all fairies, you know? I think that's the most likely option, unless we just haven't met Shushutan at all yet. But yeah, so that's where I'm standing at the moment. I love mysteries and I love Precure, so I'm really excited that they're coming together in one. Please let me know your theories because I'd love to consider them. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my art as well. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. See you.